What's happening? It's your man, Scholar, DJ Academics, WPGC 95.5. Special guest tonight, man, Snf.Jt. What's happening, homie?
Yo, what's good?
Can't complain, can't complain. So, man, you just came out of nowhere. You got the record out right now on me that's climbing up the charts and doing crazy streaming numbers. And, man, first and foremost, man, how's it feel, man?
I feel good, you know what I'm saying? Like, coming from where I come from, getting that type of music out and getting some notoriety for that type of music, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It definitely feel good. And like a lot of people don't come out where I'm coming from, so I'm just trying to like inspire the city. And like, you feel me? I be seeing like people in the city, like they be, you feel me, more happy when they hear it on the radio than I do. So you know what I'm saying? It feel good.
Yeah, but you say a lot of people don't come out of where you come from, but it's like the star of all stars and the group of all groups came from where you come from, being Gary,
Yeah.
of course, you know, famous for the Jackson family. Of course, Mike Epps is from there. But how is it for like everybody else that has never like even been to Gary, Indiana, or just hear about it because they just know that, oh, that's where Michael Jackson is from. How is it there?
Yeah, Gary, it ain't much in Gary. Like Gary, like right outside, for people that don't know, like Gary, Indiana is like right outside of Chicago, like right on the other side, you feel me, at the border. So like the influence and stuff like that is similar from Chicago, like the vibe and the you feel me, the environment. But as far as like living in Gary, like I said, growing up, when I was growing up, it was like pretty much like a lot of people, you feel me, hoods like in the 90s, like people who grew up like born in the 90s, mid 90s, you know what I'm saying? It was like a big family vibe. Everybody knew everybody, you feel me? You go down the street, you a couple blocks away, you feel me? That somebody on that block know your mama type, you feel me?
So it's one of the small town community vibes.
Yeah. Now it ain't too much like that. Now it's like, bro, you go out, like I go to the crib now because I stay in Atlanta. I go home now and it's like, you don't even really see no kids outside, nothing like that. Like,
so how's that transition been going from, you know, the small town, wholesome vibe down to Atlanta where it's like a big, fast-paced city and a lot of things going on at all times?
It's cool. Like I like Atlanta. I always like traveling though. Like, I used to play basketball, so like AAU and shit like that. But even like traveling with my family, going like to Florida and shit, like on cruises, shit like that. Like, I always like to travel. So like, you feel me? I was always wanting to move like out of Indiana and move to a big city.
Yeah, I did notice that you was even walking down Jackson Family Street on the Changes, the Ride or Die video.
Yeah, we shot some stuff over there, and then we shot on the block I grew up on. So you feel me? That video definitely like meant a lot to me. Like right in front of the crib I you feel me, grew up in.
No, that's the best. So speaking for people on the DMV and a lot of people that have never heard of Snf.Jt, what can they be expecting? I mean, explain your style and what can they be expected from you?
Yeah, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we got the video for On Me dropped tomorrow, actually. So I'm going to get that out there. Yeah, video dropped tomorrow. But a lot of music, you feel me, that you wouldn't necessarily probably expect from somebody you ain't heard from. Like you said, I just kind of came out of nowhere. Usually, like, you see the evolution of an artist, you feel me? And I see the evolution, but that's because I know the music that's not out yet and stuff like that. But this first album, definitely gonna hit a little different. I feel like this first album gonna take you back as far as like music to how music was when we was coming up, like listening to albums and stuff like that. Maybe not me and you feel me? Like, I don't know how old you are, but like, I'm 23. I just turned 23. So I was born in 97.
It's just a little bit older. Just a little.
You feel me? So like albums when you was probably in high school, I was in elementary or middle school, something like that. How albums hit like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my first album gonna take you back to that.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I was getting like early Trey Songz, like early Trey Songz vibes when he first came up and he was flipping the hard instrumentals and singing on them, and then he was actually rapping on them. So I was getting a lot of those vibes when I just heard like the joints that I got. So it was definitely.
My favorite artists is probably like Michael Jackson and Chris Brown and Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? They're my favorite artists. My favorite rappers is probably like Wayne, Hove, people like that. Older niggas like Wayne, Hove. I like Drake, but like newer niggas would be like Baby, Polo G, Roddy. I don't know. I don't really listen to music like that, but I fuck with a lot of different types of music. Right. So like you will hear a lot of different styles of music in my music.
One of my favorite styles is storytelling. We're gonna hit some stories on the upcoming project, and when should that be popping up?
A lot of my music, like especially when I'm going more directly rap, it's definitely, you feel me, more storytelling than if you pay attention to my music, like Ride or Die, Changes, those are definitely like stories. because I don't really feel like I'm a rapper. Like, I can't just go in the booth and come up with a bunch of punchlines. Like, I like to talk about experiences and stuff I done seen and did. So a lot of the music on the album is really telling, like, really my early, you feel me, like growing up in Gary, stuff like that. And then when you get close to the end of the album, it's just kind of music, you know what I'm saying? You can see how I evolved as an artist.
Okay. So let's talk about your decision to actually go with Murder Inc. and how that whole thing conspired and get together, being meeting Irv Gotti and just signing to Murder Inc.
I had like word of mouth type. Somebody was playing my song on the phone with his nephew, and then you know what I'm saying, he was like, he knew he had been looking for artists for a couple years, so he's like, hey, you should check this dude out from Indiana. And he ended up hitting me on Instagram. You know, like, we talked on the phone, and then I went to his crib in Atlanta and recorded some music or whatever, his studio in Atlanta, and recorded some music. And then he flew out to meet me like the next day. And then like 5 of the songs I did that night or whatever, like they all on the album. So it's not like I went down and recorded some bull, you feel me? Like,
you went there exercising, you was actually working.
Yeah, because the way I seen it, like, you feel me, if it ain't come out to nothing, that was free studio time. And I was already kind of working on a project. I knew I wanted to drop a project that summer, which I never ended up dropping because my situation changed. But you know what I'm saying, I was already working on a project. So for me, your
visual just bopped away.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it back. There it go. So for me, it was like, if nothing, it's free studio time. So I wasn't going in there bullshitting. I was going in there like recording like I record any other time. And with me not being somebody who was already like super popping, like 100,000 followers, nothing like that, he was like, he took a chance on me, you feel me? He seen some talent, took a chance on me. So I ended up signing with him maybe like a month later, after we, you feel me, started working and, you feel me, making phone calls and just kind of, we really locked in before I ended up putting paperwork on. You feel me? Getting on your paperwork.
You've been signed for almost going on a year now, right?
Yeah, I think I signed with him in May, maybe June. Okay. I ended up signing the contract. We met
right in the midst of the pandemic when everything's kicking off. That's when you signed the dotted line.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And they end up, you feel me? We got the Sony deal offered in like mid-June. You feel me? Stayed independent for a little bit. And then ended up signing with them because that was the deal that felt best, you know what I'm saying? We felt comfortable with the people over at the label. Down in September, we ended up signing the deal. So,
So basically, just to hold you right there and take a step back before, because earlier you were saying you was going to drop a project last summer, but your situation changed, and that's really a lot of the things that a lot of people don't get when you're going from independent to major. Like there's time schedules. They sit on this for a minute, work on that. How has that transition been for you? I ask every new artist that because every new artist deals with it differently because they can't just just throw out music. Because by the time the record label's ready to put it out, you're tired of hearing it.
Yeah, type shit. No, honestly, bro, it ain't really that much of a transition for me personally because I started making music probably like 2 years ago. But the first year of me making music, I ain't really dropped.
Stop. So you just started making music 2 years ago when you already signed to a major and you got a record that's actually moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what made you actually just jump into it and go seriously then? If this light bulb just went off 2 years ago, I mean, what was the epiphany you had?
I was hooping. I was hooping, so I was kind of just doing it in my free time. And then I started, you know what I'm saying? When you start doing something, you realize you're doing it more than you was doing it before. Like you like, okay, I like doing this type. You feel me? So then I end up like leaving school or whatever. I stopped going to school, and that's kind of what made me like, because I wasn't trying to really work. Like having a job, a little hustle, that was cool, but I wasn't really trying to work for the rest of my life. So it was like, I just wanted to do something.
I ain't trying to work.
I just was like, the way I seen it, I felt like my music was just as good as everybody else's that people be listening to. I just had to figure something out. So I just locked me in and, you feel me, started taking it serious from there because, like I said, I wasn't trying to work for nobody. It was over with.
No, that's a bet, man. I'm happy for you. And I ask you this, what is the timeline for the project now? And before we even get to that part, how many records do you even have in the can? Being that you was ready to drop a full project last summer, how many records do you have locked and loaded in the clip right now?
Damn. I mean, that's not, you feel me? Yeah, that's one of them things. Like me, I just record. Like I really slowed down past couple of months. I just be recording, so like I can't even really tell you.
So you wanted them
like I don't record for a project. I just record and then pick the hardest shit.
Oh, all right. Now I was gonna say you want them artists, so you go in the studio and record like 3-4 records in a night, or is like you may take 2 days to work on one record?
Yeah, like that first time I went to Gotti crib, like them I think four out of the 5 is on the first album. You feel me? I only did like 5.5. One of them I started and it was like, I don't want to do this one no more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely, I'm not going in the studio trying to do one song.
Oh man, that's a bet. That's a bet. So what are we looking like? So when is the timetable for that feature project?
Sometime in the early part of the year, probably before March, before the end of March, before April, definitely before the summer.
Oh, so first, second quarter-ish.
Yeah, probably first quarter. If it's the second quarter, it's definitely gonna be early second quarter.
All right, you got a title for it?
I ain't even made it yet.
Okay, got a couple ones you fishing around that you
No. Everybody always say that. No, the title is I ain't even made it yet.
Oh no! Oh, that is it.
Yeah. Everybody always do that.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to start saying, you know how they be like, you gotta put the question in the answer. I'm gonna start. The title is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because everybody always.
You telling me you haven't made the title yet?
No, yeah, the title is, yep, I ain't even made it yet. I felt like that was a good title because, like you said, when I always tell people, yeah, I started making music 2 years ago, they be like, start making music. Yeah, so I ain't even made it yet. I'm just not getting here.
Yeah, my special guest, Snf.Jt, WPGC 95.5, myself, the Scholar, DJ Academics. I definitely appreciate your time. But real quick, I mean, let the DMV know something about JT or what you got coming, what they should be in for, and you know, all that good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, On Me video drop on the 14th this month. And just be looking out for new music coming from me and not just me, like other people on the label and other people on our team. And definitely a lot of different types of music. Don't get too caught up on one vibe that we bring, because we finna throw a whole lot of them at you.
Okay. And on the album, how many records should we be expecting on the album? Last question before I get you out of here.
Track list, I think it's 11.
11 records?
Yeah.
Skits, or is all straight music?
If you ask me, we could probably end up having like 6, 7 songs. Like if On Me spinning like that, we end up having like 5, 6, 7 songs on the radio at the same time from the album. Out of the 11.
Okay. Any features?
Yep.
What's the features? Drop some jewels on
them. You know what I'm saying? I signed with Murder, so we had to do the Ja feature.
Okay. And
then Ricky.
Ashanti on there, she about to do the verses. Hopefully we finally get the verses this time. They say it's going down, rain, sleet.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get the verses this time. But anyway, is Ashanti making an appearance on the album?
Ashanti is not making. Nah, she ain't on the album. Maybe somewhere down the road.
I feel like you got to flip an old record or something, or bring it, or remix something and put a throw on there somewhere. But
definitely, you know the young generation flipping everything from back then now.
Absolutely, that's the vibe.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna do something like that. I want to do something like that. Something, you feel me, a little throwback.
Who did you not get a chance to work with? If you could make a phone call right now and to do a record with somebody for the album, and they gotta say yes, who would that be right now?
For the album? For the album, I'm a money nigga, so I would have to say something like Rihanna. Somebody who Rihanna. Because she don't even make her own music. So if people see Rihanna on your project, bro, you going diamond.
Absolutely. That's definitely a good one. I was just saying how
somebody make music no more like
Fenty right now. She making too much money. She ain't even worried about music right now.
Yeah.
But if she had to say yes, that's a good one. That's a good one. Any surprise production? Anybody we should be know about?
No, most of the project was produced by our producers.
Okay, we can shout them out too.
Yeah, Chink Santana, Koch, a young dude over from Jersey, and that might be it really. Oh, Cormill. I think he played for the I think he played for the Steelers.
Oh, Cormill.
Yeah, it's a producer. His name Cormill. I think he played for the Steelers. I think he a football player.
Oh wow. Oh, that's what's up. Well,
but other than that, yeah, like most of them was and Triple A. But other than that, most of them was like in-house producers.
All right, Ben, you recorded everything in Atlanta?
Yep. No, I recorded like 1 or 2 songs in LA.
All right, no, that's a bet. But Snf.Jt, my special guest, WPGC 95.5, man, I appreciate you hanging out with me. I know you're a busy man nowadays, so we appreciate you coming and checking in with the little people in the world, man.
Yeah, appreciate you for having me, bro.
All right, no problem, man. You have a good one, all right?
You too.